Hi guys, this is Gloria reporting for Ifoma Edum. So guys, despite the Senate's decision that the president should not deploy troops to Niger, President Bola Tinubu and the ECOWAS went ahead to deploy standby troops to Niger, and this has been sparking reactions from Nigerians and the global world. According to a group called Middle Belt Forum, they said it is wrong for the president and the ECOWAS to have deployed troops to Niger without the permission of Nigeria's Senate. See what they wrote. It's treasonable to deploy Nigerian army to Niger without Senate approval, MBF. The Middle Belt Forum has warned that it will amount to a treasonable offense to deploy Nigerian troops to Niger Republic without the approval of the Nigerian Senate. The MBF also cautioned that any deployment of Nigerian troops at this particular time will further skew the Nigerian economy and worsen the hardship being faced by Nigerians. Also, Russia has reacted to it, saying that the military intervention in Niger would trigger destabilization. Russia on Friday warned against a military intervention in Niger, a day after West African leaders said they would muster a standby force in their efforts to return the president toppled by a coup. We believe that a military solution to the crisis in Niger could lead to a protracted confrontation in that African country and to a sharp destabilization of the situation in the Sahara-Sahel region as a whole. Also, listen to this analysis on Arise TV.
A lot of issues here. I mean, there's stories about us trying to deploy troops, ECOWAS trying to deploy troops to Niger, but I mean, we need to fix our country here, first of all. But I believe that they also had this Operation Tiger Teeth that was launched last month. Over 346 Nigerians have died in Plateau State. This is unacceptable.
Very sad.
We pray for Plateau State and we commiserate with the families. Well, let's begin what's trending. With reactions trailing the second ordinary meeting of the Economic Community of West African States on Thursday in Abuja, where the regional bloc approved the deployment of a standby military force to restore constitutional order in the Republic of Niger, Omar Traore, the president of ECOWAS, said the decision of the regional body to deploy troops in Niger does not translate to a country fighting another. The president of ECOWAS had, reiterated that they have been dialoguing and they have tried to maintain peace, and that ECOWAS is not going against ECOWAS citizens, or it's not an issue of fighting, a country or like Nigeria fighting Niger, but the fact that they have principles in place. So that's a big point. But Nigerians have reacted. Let me take Shehu Sani's tweet. He wrote, ECOWAS communique is contradictory, opting for dialogue as setting up a standby force. Our message to the leaders of West Africa is unambiguously clear. Do not drag us to war because of coup in Niger. Then also a statement that was credited to the president of Liberia has also been trending. I believe he made this statement back in 2021, which is quite relevant now. He wrote, as long as ECOWAS tolerates institutional coup that allows lifetime presidencies, there will always be military coup, and we cannot condemn military coup when we do not condemn those who carry out institutional coup. Well, another Twitter user there, Nefertiti, she wrote, ECOWAS deploying a standby force to invade Niger is laughable. Those coup plotters already consolidated their powers. The rebel who may be activated to dislodge them also came too late. A government has been formed. All the ECOWAS can do now is to embark on a face-saving mission. Yes, we know that on Wednesday, the military formed a 21-member cabinet. Some of them were coup leaders, and also we understand that there were a bunch of civilians in there. But I also wanted to touch on George Ware's statement. Ayo, if you can really touch on that. and then we can move forward.
All right, just to touch on that really quickly, very spot on what he said, institutional coups as opposed to military coups. And a number of guests we've had on the show have actually spoken to that. Mr. Femi Falana has also spoken to that matter, and a few other people have said that we cannot continue to condemn military coups when we promote institutional coups or internal coups, as it's called, where there's no adherence or respect of the Constitution, especially with regards to the number of years or the tenure elongation. President Ouattara, who was speaking just a few seconds ago, himself has been president since 2010. So he's been president of Côte d'Ivoire beyond the length of time. And so it's quite rich when they come for meetings like this at the ECOWAS summit and they're talking about, oh, we have to kick against coups. And then you see life president, self-imposed life president in Africa, and you wonder why these coupists or military hunters are popular in this region. So if we're going to fix military coups, which is very important, if we're going to address it, we also have to and must speak to internal or what is now called institutional coups across the continent. Dr.
Bati, another conversation out there was the fact, like I mentioned earlier, we need to fix our country here, first of all. I mean, the conversation about security and all of that, some people have even brought up Asari Dokubo's video. I believe he did that last week, saying that he's going to go in there. He's actually seeking to take his military into Niger.
Look, what is on the table is that many Nigerians have spoken against Nigeria getting involved in any form of military action in Niger. Whether it's the Christian Association of Nigeria or the Arewa Consultative Forum, the Council of Ulamas of Nigeria. Afenifere just issued a statement also saying, look, we don't want to go to war. Concerned citizens, including Shehu Sani that you Senator Shehu Sani that you quoted, have all said they don't think it's a wise thing because of the likely consequences, the extent, nature of which we do not know. Because if there is retaliation on the part of those coupists in Niger, you don't know what they will do. And our people are on both sides of the border. Many Nigerians even have dual nationality. Only God knows how many Nigerians are also Nigerians. They will probably run into millions, almost as many as the entire population of Niger, perhaps, if a proper census is taken. So on the basis of that, Nigerians are saying, look, we have enough problems at home.
Yes.
And those are the problems you've pointed to by the report on killings in Plateau State.
Yes.
And that was the point being made by Professor Usman Yusuf, that look, we have Boko Haram inside Nigeria, we have banditry, we have kidnapping, we have more than enough. Just toe the line of dialogue. But of course, what happened, as I pointed out earlier on, you don't go into a negotiation by starting with the option of threat. So ECOWAS has now found itself in a very difficult situation. The second point about Nigerians is, what national interest are we pursuing?
That's the question out there.
Whose interest are we pursuing? We understand the principled position that ECOWAS is against military takeover, right? Okay, but what is the overriding national interest for Nigeria in committing troops? Our troops that are already overstretched. The 75 additional aircraft that Nigeria Air Force says they have just bought, they want to go and put those 75 additional aircraft at risk and our Super Tucano jets. And then we don't even know how long this will last. We may come back from that operation and our air fleet will be thoroughly depleted. So cost is also something to worry about. The third point, of course, is that the president keeps saying is acting on the basis of ECOWAS resolutions. And I was raising the point, is ECOWAS superior to the concern of average Nigerians? The Senate has said we don't approve. Is the president going to commit troops to something that the National Assembly of Nigeria has not approved in line with the Constitution of Nigeria? But on the whole, I agree with Senator Shehu Sani, and we had made the point earlier on this program, that the position of ECOWAS is contradictory.
Yes.
You say you are pursuing options of dialogue with people who say they don't want to listen to you. They don't even want to see anybody. And at the same time, you are saying we are going to send a standby force. ECOWAS does not even have a standby force.
That's it.
So these are the issues, and that's why I raised the question earlier on, is ECOWAS shadow boxing? This may well end up as a case of shadow boxing.
Well, all right.
Also reacting on the matter, the Labour Party have accused Tinubu of insisting that war happened in Niger so he can cling to power. This is what the papers reported. Niger, Tinubu's supporters pushing for war to cling to power, Labour Party. The Labour Party has accused supporters of President Bola Tinubu of angling for war with neighboring Niger Republic in a desperate bid to allow him cling to power. This, the opposition party alleged, was part of a larger plot to cause anarchy and detract the Presidential Election Petition Court from doing justice to the petitions before it. Please guys, do also share with us your thoughts concerning this video. Please do also subscribe to our channel so you get notified whenever we post a video. And please don't forget to like this video.